Hey there, Scorpio. Hi. Hey, it's Angie with Feisty Butterfly Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for the collective sign of Scorpio for November of 2020, and this is for just the beginning part of November. It's a pretty extensive spread, and we're going to take a look at what's going on. It's the Life Spread and Anchor. We're using a full deck of the Dark Mansion here, and just the majors from the Dark Mansion here. So we'll see what's going on. This side we're going to look at different aspects of your world, different areas, what's going on. And this will be the either underlying influences or for the overarching themes and feelings going on. So we're going to get started. I'm going to shuffle this one more time. Sorry, don't like to spend a lot of time shuffling. Okay, all right. So we have the personal, the family, work, love, future. Then we're going to put 3 clarifiers under each one to help us see a little deeper. Alrighty. And then we're going to leave one as the key to what's going on. On this side, we're going to have the major arcana, and it's going to act as a little bit of extra guidance. These are so slippery and smooth, like butter. Sometimes they stick just a bit. I don't want that happening. Okay. All right. So this is related to the personal, which is right here. The World and the King of Wands. Let's take a look at what's going on. All right. You have the World repeating here. When you see the Arcana over here and it's echoing what's in here, that repeat says, take notice, give heed. The Emperor is how you're feeling. You want to reign and have things going well. You have a lot of inspiration. You have a lot of passion projects, work, home, family, everything. A lot going on. And you like the power and control. You like when people get in line and follow what needs to be doing. Who doesn't? But you like when things are in order. You like them to be in order. You want them to be that way. And it feels like this has been a time where they've been challenged. It's the end of a certain way of doing things. It's the end of a cycle. There's legal matters that may be settled. There's injustices or balancing of scales that's happening now. Things that are being made clear, karmic lessons that are happening, truths that are feeling like they're better known and arrived at. I would say arrived at is the big thing. A truth that you're arriving at where you've left turbulent waters, you're going to smoother waters, smoother times are ahead, and something has completed. Your view of the world you've been dwelling in is looking different. And that's mainly what's going on for you personally right now. You have this desire to keep everything contained, controlled. But sometimes the King of Wands can be very unyielding. And sometimes he can be a little bit off-putting, although he has lots of people that love and adore him. Sometimes he's not the easiest or the friendliest or the most approachable. Sometimes the mindset gets so singular. Okay, we're going to look now at what's going on with work and love life, work and love life. And these two elements are so mishmashed and interwoven together. Sometimes they're completely opposite and out of control because of each other. Sometimes they're intertwined and interlaced beautifully, but they're two parts of the same big category sometimes. So we're going to take a peek. Strength and the Fool. We're looking first at your workspace, your career, your passions, your ambitions and desires. You have the Magician here and you have Strength. So this is either overarching or underlying. The Magician, who has the skills, has the skill set, knows how to do what needs done in the area of work and career. Oh goodness. Okay, and this is where I'm saying they get intermingled and mishmashed. Love in this category is creating a little bit of chaos and confusion. Where your heart's desire is might not be at the place that you're working. You might not be following your heart's desire for your work at this time in your life, and you might be just doing what needs to get done, and that might be a little bit tough. There's challenges as far as balancing the forces that are going different ways. Being pulled in two different directions, feeling a little bit like silly putty woman. Starting this new cycle where you've come to the end of the world here and then the cycle starts again. You're definitely shifting phases, shifting directions. So this whole section where you've had to maybe keep things contained and so controlled and so ruled, at work you're starting something new, or you've come to this new realization. The Queen of Cups is here helping you remember emotionally how you're feeling. Remember what's going well, what's not going well, seeing the bigger picture, reflecting, really taking the time to look and reflect. And then maybe you feel a little in over your head or ready to go, but also not focused. You have the skill set. The focus is needed. Okay. This direction with the Fool and the Love. Okay. So you have the King of Pentacles here. You have the Page of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. That's a great one. So, as far as this goes, you have the King of Pentacles. You have some support. You have, I don't know how to put this. You have financial backing. Yeah, that might be the way to put it. You have financial backing enough that you're secure in where you are and secure in what you're doing. In your love, it feels secure. There is definitely gifts given and received. This is an offering of material form, and this is an offering of love. So this is what you have going on in your love life, in your world. You could be bringing this forward. Someone could very much be bringing this to you. You have the Page of Cups here, Queen of Cups here. There's offerings of love being made around you frequently, and offerings of help, assistance, and resources. Yet this cycle, this change, has you a little bit thrown for a dither. Like, you don't know where things are going to land, and that might be freaking you out a bit. So there's definitely a cycle happening, this shifting cycle. Here, 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 here. This is, you don't know where the Ferris wheel lands. You don't know where things are coming down, but you want to start something new. You feel like you're ready for something new. And this world part has completed, or is very darn close to completing. Let's see a little bit more what's going on. Let's look at the family, and then we'll look at what's going on centrally. Family aspect of things. Okay. All right, now this is interesting. Let me move this to the side so you can see. All right, in the family aspect, you have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles, all under judgment. Now let's take a little bit of a deeper look here. So the Three of Wands, wanting that expansion, waiting, ready to go. Like she's trying to flag down that carriage, or it's coming towards her and she's just waiting for it to arrive. Either way, expansion, right? But you feel like something's been taken from you. When you have the Seven of Swords, it's somebody that has been a thief. They've either taken your time, your money, your resources, your sanity, whatever. You feel like somebody has taken something from you, or you've had a strong need to protect something to prevent it being taken. Sometimes this is they call it the thief card. It's kind of like you feel like you've been gypped. And then you have at odds with this guy, which is very Jekyll Hyde looking in my mind, but this guy is the miser. So you have the thief and the miser both in here. Like, let's look at this. The thief and the miser. So the miser, he's holding so tight, he can't make room for anything new. He just can't. It's like holding on to something that's not working for you and holding on so tight, wanting to grow, but not letting go of this old patterning. You want this to grow. You feel like you've been back and forth on this, trying to hold and protect, and then having something taken anyway. Or protecting, but not having enough to hold on to. And the reality is probably somewhere in the middle. Expansion probably has been happening. Lessons probably have been happening. Karmic lessons as well, not just legal or practical real life lessons. But this brings you into this period where judgment is when the second version, the do-over, comes forward. It's the calling to the higher self. It's when you're in your most authentic space, calling by the angels to come forward, occupy your higher space, do it in the better way. Be occupying your higher self more often and dwelling with that and operating from that. So that's what's going on in the family area. Some things have finished. Your higher self has arrived, whether this tug of war has been going on or not. Okay, we're going to look over here and see what's central to what's going on. Justice again. And the Five of Swords. Okay. So key to this whole thing, to what's going on with you here, is this sense of battle, the sense of treachery might be more like the Seven. You have, these are similar. You have this guy working on his own to be right, to accomplish his thing, to win the battle, to win the fight, but it comes at a really high cost. It could be two of his friends, two of his allies, or lives lost that just didn't need to be. Then you have the Seven where you feel like you're getting the gyp, right? So maybe this is the time to avoid this kind of battle if you can. In some cards you see people walking away from this fight. This is discord, clashing of thoughts, not a meeting of the minds in any stretch. This is the sheer desire to fight, to pick a fight, to win the fight at any price. That's where this is. There isn't room for other people's opinion, which this is sometimes a guilty of. They see their own agenda and want to push so hard, and they're convinced that that's correct, that sometimes there are casualties. So you might have been experiencing some of this on your own, with your relationships, with your family, in your work. But it doesn't need to be this way, necessarily. It can be that you choose a peaceful thing. You can avoid the battle. And if there is one around you who brings out this aspect within your personality, if there's someone like that around you, instead of battling it out, let karma step in. You have here karma in your personal world, and here, central to the theme, to the key of it all. And you've got the Justice again. So you've got the Sword of Truth. You've got the ability to get clear, to write through things, to write them down and clarify in your mind, and to let the scales balance. To take some time for calm, to distance things and allow. And this doesn't happen overnight. This could be something that actually is, in reality, the legal situation in the courts. It could be very much more in karmic lessons. Okay, moving forward. This is to do with the future, the immediate future, the far future, and the wishes. So we're going to take a look. To do with the future, you have the Sword of Truth, and it's crowned. So this is a very successful offering, a successful way of going about things, a successful thought, a successful idea, a good plan, a good start, a good new base being offered to you right now. This is that season. Okay. You have the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So we're going to take a little bit of a look here. The Four of Cups is to do with dissatisfaction, disappointment, boredom, like this isn't what I planned, this isn't how it's supposed to go, or really, I'm still here, really, this is where I'm at, I'm sick of this. Bored, can't see the gift being offered. Now you're seeing this offering at work, you're seeing skills, you're seeing newness at work, you're seeing offerings here, literally a cup, literally an offering of love and a gift here in the love life. That's being offered. And you see expansion here. So this bored disappointment, maybe things are not going to go as quick as you want. Maybe even though this cycle has ended, maybe you're still going to have time where you need to figure out how to accept the new terms of what's going on in your world, how to adjust to what's going on. So maybe it's time to shift that focus a little bit. Like here, you have to shift your focus to move forward in any kind of career, work, or ambition. Here, it's not even just a shifting of a focus. You have to actually turn to see. You have to look again. Here you have the juggling of the coins, where he's on one foot, the other one is pretty supported by the crate. There's the ships in the background, waiting for the ships to come in. And you have the two coins. And it's not like these coins are being juggled so much that they're in jeopardy. He's not off balance either. He's skilled in this. It's moving and shifting of resources, not just money, time and energy as well. Then you have here the Hierophant. Hierophant is about traditions of faith, getting stronger in that faith. And I'm not saying go to church more. I'm saying remember to have faith. Remember the lessons that you learned that help your spirit grow strong. Remember those. Sometimes seeking more knowledge in the religious aspect is great. Sometimes those truths come in other places. Sometimes you can find those lessons in places you don't expect, like in nature, when you're connected there. If in different sacred spaces where you're on your own and take the time. It could be your backyard gardening. It could be on a walk when you're doing your daily walk. It could be those moments that you have to yourself where those lessons of faith and epiphanies come back again and you're reminded, you remember what you learned and what you knew. So seek that more. Oh boy, definitely seek that more, all right? So you have that coming up for the immediate future. I don't know for sure that your faith will be tested, but it's definitely good to be ready, good to be aware, good to know that there is love, and spirit is asking you to rely on it a bit more, to seek it out a bit more. That is being called very strongly here, and to seek deeper levels of knowing for your own personal knowledge. Okay, all right. For the wishes, you're wishing for the Empress, for the abundance, for the happy creative time, for the new project that's growing. You're wanting that growth. You're wanting the fertility, the excitement of something new. It's here. It's here. You're wanting this. This is part of your wish and your desire. It's not happening as fast as you like. There's new truths to be learned out of this justice, this karmic cycle that's completed. And resources have to be shifted. Thoughts, perspectives have to be shifted, adjusted, changed sometimes, or re-examined. And the Empress is here, and this is what you're wishing for. And then the Magician is here in the spot where you would have the far future. This is also here in the work arena. So again, if you see it in repeat, then pay close attention. It's repeated here, it's repeated here, it's repeated here, it's repeated here. That's a lot. And this is strength in the work. This is strength in the work position, and also the outcome is relying on the Magician. It's relying on your skill set right now to be able to do it, even though part of your desire might want to be to do something different. You might want to go wild, you might want to go rogue, but you need to have the inner spiritual strength to carry you through, to see you through this period of time, so you can step into this new area when the time comes, when it's right. The Magician is here to remind you, you do have the skill set, the ability, and the talents. You're taking time to examine them. You're taking time to look closer, to know how to pull off a coup, to pull off something that's a super cool trick that you practice and practice and practice till you can do it in your sleep. But you prepare and prepare and prepare, so you're absolutely damn clear about what this is for the future for you. That desire, that singular desire. So these battles don't have to be the center of it at all. Learning how to avoid the battle. Learning how to deal with the karmic lesson, whatever that might be. And then really magic is there. I mean, magic is, the groundwork is being done for something magic to happen in the future coming up for you. Tune in spiritually, strongly, very strongly, to what's going on. Have the faith in things. Keep having faith. It's been a tricky, rough year. So have faith. It will work out for your good. It will work out better. Things have come to a close of a certain cycle, for sure. Have faith, and then magic can happen and move forward. All right, that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. I hope it's helpful. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know what's going on. Tell a friend. Come see me again. Look at your other signs. Look at some of these others. Let me know how you like this kind of layout and spread. All right, thanks. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.